Welcome to my channel. I want us to look at what the governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, and the presidential candidate of Labour Party, what they are cooking that is unsettling the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress. Nyesom Wike, as we all know by now, has become the beautiful bride of Nigerian politics. He is being courted by the big boys. And Nyesom Wike is the one that is setting the terms. And it is not without reason. Nyesom Wike is sitting atop one of the largest voting blocks in southern Nigeria, the River State vote. So that is what has made him the beautiful bride of Nigerian politics, especially in terms of who becomes the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it is interesting what is unfolding. You know, shortly after Nyesom Wike was defeated in the PDP controversial presidential primaries, he did meet with the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, and also the emissaries of the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress. He met with him. I'm talking about Governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. I'm talking about the Governor of Ondo State, Ortom. I'm talking about the Governor of Ekiti State, Fayemi. They met with Nyesom Wike, who was still railing about his controversial loss at the PDP primaries. And this was without regard to the supposed leader of APC in River State, Chibi. Many saw this as a slap on the face of Amechi, that the APC leaders, state governors, could come to River State. They didn't bother to see Amechi. They went to see his biggest rival in River State, Governor Nyesom Wike. That is how big what is at stake is. That even the APC leaders from Southwest have to disregard Amechi so that they can woo Nyesom Wike on their side. So it's really a big dog fight that is going on. But we are going to look at this critically. And it's interesting because Nyesom Wike is yet to disengage himself totally from the PDP. It appears he will still remain in PDP, but it's like he's not going to make peace with PDP. Many of us will remember the controversial way that he was literally rigged out of the presidential race that he was about to win when Tambawa stepped down in a controversial circumstance to give his own block vote to the eventual winner, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And many were aware of how the national chairman of the party, Ayo, was excited and was praising Tambawa for being the man that saved the day. So all along, Ayu was on the side. He was not an unbiased umpire. He was on the side of Atiku. And of course, it is not surprise to many of us that to make peace in PDP, Nyesom Wike is demanding that Ayu must resign. Ayu, even before the primaries, said that if a Northerner emerges the presidential candidate, he will resign. But right now, that condition that Nyesom Wike gave is not going to happen because Ayu is digging in, so he's not going anywhere. And it appears he has supporters within the party leadership. It obviously means that APC is ready to lose Rivers State. PDP, is ready to lose Rivers State. It's even a state that are not likely to win because Obi is in the race in any ways. So it is like PDP is not going to get anything, but they are not happy about it. They're still trying to see how Nyesom Wike, despite his anger, will allow Ayu to remain and then at the same time return back fully to the party. I don't know how they are going to juggle that out. But what is important is that Nyesom Wike is building alliances. But one of the worst mistake that Nyesom Wike will do is to build alliance with APC, especially with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, given the antecedent of Tinubu. Tinubu was the one from southern Nigeria that stopped President Goodluck Jonathan, a minority from South Nigeria, from enjoying second term the same way Obasanjo and Buhari enjoyed it. And you can't tell me that Buhari has performed any better than Jonathan, that made him to deserve to have second term, and Jonathan cannot have second term. And who is the person that stopped Jonathan from having second term? It was Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because when southern Nigerians were united, if southern Nigerians were united, there's no way that Jonathan would not have had his second term. No way. Because when you calculate the votes of southern Nigeria, all you need is the 17 states in southern Nigeria, the block vote. When southern Nigeria united, 17 votes, 17 states in the pocket of a southern Nigerian leader. All he needs is to get votes to win Middle Belt Nigeria, and you become president. You don't need vote from Northwest and Northeast to be president of Nigeria when southern Nigeria are united. Jonathan did it in 2011, and that was the trajectory that Jonathan used in becoming president in 2011. If you like, go and check the results. Like Peter Obi used to say, go and verify. It is the votes from southern Nigeria and Middle Belt that made Jonathan president. Jonathan lost woefully in Northeast and Northwest, but he became president. That is why when you see people from Northeast and Northwest raising shoulders that they are the kingmakers, people like us who knows better laughs at them, because it is because southern Nigerians are not united. And who are the southern Nigerians that makes southern Nigeria not to be united? It is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because he brought disunity in southern Nigeria and connive with northern Nigeria and snatch away the presidency from Goodluck Jonathan. That was exactly what happened. That was how Jonathan lost in 2015. If the southern unity was intact, remember, in 2011, Jonathan won the whole of the South, and Southeast, and won the whole of Southwest, with the exemption of Osun State. And he made it to the presidency. That's the trajectory, that any southern Nigerian can be president. And that is why if all the southern Nigerians had agreed that the next president of Nigeria should be somebody from Southeast, and all of them unite towards it. That's that project. The way Afenifere, the way Pandef, the way Ohaneze, the way the Middle Belt Forum planned it would have been easy to produce a president from Southeast without bothering about South, Northeast, and Northwest. And the best, and Nigerians will put a president of Southeast in the villa, and there's nothing Northeast and Northwest can do about it. But that being the case, who is the person that caused it? It's Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So why should Nyesom Wike reward a man who disgraces his boss, Jonathan, out of office? It was Jonathan and his wife, Patience, that made it possible for Nyesom Wike to become governor of Rivers State. He knows it. And I think it will not be wise of him to go and ally himself with anything to do with Tinubu. Tinubu cannot be trusted. So Nyesom Wike have to ally himself with Peter Obi of the Labour Party, because Peter Obi being in the villa will be easier for him to visit the villa, to have influence in the villa, despite not being in the Labour Party. But it will be much more difficult for him if somebody like Tinubu goes there and begin to act like a monarch, because it is his turn. So it is his inheritance. And despite his record, what he did in southern Nigeria, and even Tinubu himself knows it. He's not presenting himself coming to South and Southeast the way he goes to the North, where he hoped to get the vote to be president. So I don't think that it would be wise that Nyesom Wike would ally himself, unless if he is short-sighted and is not cognizant of the recent political history, as it affects him personally, as it affects South people, as it affects southern Nigeria. And that is why it is exciting, and that Nyesom Wike has once again met with Peter Obi of Labour Party, and something is cooking. Something is seriously cooking, and we're going to talk about it. Something is cooking, and it is, if he works out the way he should, it will make things easier for Peter Obi, because Peter Obi need to lock down the whole of South and Southeast to make a statement in this coming presidential election. And that Port Harcourt, Rivers State, cannot be taken for granted. It's a state that Peter Obi need to win, and win it fantastically, so that he can be able to take it and make up for the smaller votes he may get in Northeast and Northwest. And so that is important. And what is it that is cooking? On Monday or thereabouts, Nyesom Wike once again met with Peter Obi. And not just with Peter Obi, there were others who were present in that meeting. The meeting was to strategize, and we're going to talk about it. I'll talk about that meeting now in a short while. But before I do that, please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, Nyesom Wike met in his private residence in Port Harcourt with presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi. Also at that meeting was former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. Also present there was the governor of Abia State, Okezie, Ikpeazu, and other stakeholders, And People have been wondering what were they discussing, what was the outcome. Of course, nobody's aware of what was discussed, but what was obvious was that it cannot be anything. And whatever they discussed was not far from 2023 election, 2023 general election, and in particular the presidential election. And it is instructive because this 2023 presidential election is going to mark a paradigm shift in history of Nigeria. So it is very, very important that leaders continue to meet to discuss about it. And yeah, when I was trying to find out what actually happened and what was discussed, it was difficult to get it because one, there was no statement issued after that meeting they held in Port Harcourt. So the media was left guessing. But when I was on Twitter, I wanted to go and find out what those who participated in that meeting, what they were tweeting about. What is it that they are talking about it? I went to Olusegun Mimiko's Twitter handle where he shared the picture that they took there. And he didn't actually tell me much because what he was just talking about is that uh, he had meeting with Nyesom Wike, Governor Ikpeazu, Donald Duke, and all that and all that. He didn't say much. It was when I went to the Twitter handle of Okezie Ikpeazu, the governor of Abia State, I got an inkling of what transpired in that meeting, because Governor Ikpeazu, like Olusegun Mimiko, also shared the picture they took together in front of the house of Nyesom Wike in Port Harcourt. And what he said gave a clue to the direction or to what the meeting is all about. Sometimes you have to dig deep for you to get some information. And this is what Okezie Ikpeazu tweeted. Yeah, this is what he said. He tweeted on his verified Twitter account at Governor Ikpeazu. This is what he wrote. He wrote under the picture that they took together. He said, the search for better Nigeria requires that we all unite to share idea and work together regardless of political differences. It is our country's peace and prosperity that matters to the majority of Nigerians, and every leader must think along that line and engage to realize that. This was the giveaway of what they discussed. So they met to strategize on the way forward about 2023, how to move the country forward, obviously, how to work for either any political party or any presidential candidates or whatever, to ensure that there's prosperity in the country, there's unity of purpose. And he emphasized the fact that this has to be done irrespective of political differences. So this one is not about party. It is about the prosperity of Nigerians. It is about saving the country. And I can say it that whatever they are doing there, as long as they are doing it around Peter Obi, Nigerians will be cool with it. Nigerians will be cool with it. And I don't see these two people doing anything for Atiku Abubakar. Because Atiku Abubakar has become a divisive factor in PDP. Atiku Abubakar was the reason why the PDP did not zone the presidency to southern Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar used the tactics of telling them that what the PDP need is a candidate that can win election. And Atiku presented himself as that candidate that can win the election, that can defeat APC. That was what he did. Obviously, what they were saying was that a presidential candidate from southern Nigeria will not be able to guarantee PDP victory. So they bought into the lies of Atiku Abubakar, and he used it, and with his financial muscle, he muscled his way and picked the ticket. And now he has picked a burning charcoal. He don't know what to do with it. He can't put it down, and he can't hold it in his hand. And I have done a video previously where I showed it clearly that there is no pathway for Atiku Abubakar to win the 2023 presidential election. You can go and look out for that video and watch it. No pathway for Atiku Abubakar, because already South, and Southeast is closed for him. So how is he going to get the presidency? He doesn't have the political muscle to challenge Northwest and Northeast. Because if you go and look at the results of 2019 presidential election, he struggled to win his state in Adamawa. He won his state with only 28,000 votes or thereabouts. Whereas Peter Obi won Anambra State for him because he was in the race with over 400,000 votes. Atiku struggled to win Adamawa. And why he won Adamawa was even because there's a substantial population of Christians there. And now he also struggled to win in Taraba. You go and check the result of Taraba. It's not more than 30-something thousand votes. That's what he used in winning Taraba. Because Taraba is also a Christian-dominated state, just like Adamawa. So it's obvious there's no pathway for Atiku to be president in 2023. And they are not ready to come down from their high horse to beg Nyesom Wike. But even if they beg Nyesom Wike, Nigerians have made up for change. Nyesom Wike has only one vote. Of course, he's an influential man who can be able to influence things. But from my reading of what is going on, many people in South, and Southeast are desirous of change. And Peter Obi is the person they are looking up to bring that change they are looking for. So it's obvious that whatever they are cooking now, Nyesom Wike and Peter Obi, whatever they are cooking, let them cook it well. And if what Ikpeazu said is the direction they are looking at in 2023, that they are going to work for the betterment of Nigeria, irrespective of political differences. And if that can translate to support for Peter Obi, then Nigerians will regard them as patriots who are really concerned and committed to the welfare of all Nigerians. Because there must be a serious paradigm shift if Nigeria is to make any headway in 2023. Because if APC and PDP returning to power will be disastrous for Nigeria. Already Nigeria is on its knees. The country is the poverty capital of the world. It has unemployment rate of over 33%. It has underemployment rate of over 25%. It has inflation rate of almost 20%. The price of rice is higher than the minimum wage of Nigerians. Power generation in Nigeria is not more than 4,000 megawatts. The universities have been shut down for months. Bandits and terrorists have taken over large swaths of land in the country. Farmers cannot go to farm in Nigeria. Price of foodstuffs have skyrocketed. Nigeria is in dire stress. So there is no way the solution to Nigeria's present existential problem can be solved by PDP or APC. Nigeria needs a new hand, a hands-on president, a president that is youthful, strong, energetic, to bear the burden of this great nation. This country does not need a president that will be visiting the hospital every other day, because the load is much. It needs a man who his brains and all the faculties are working efficiently to be able to move this country forward right now. So there's no doubt about it that the only solution, which I'm sure that is what Wike and co are working on, is to support a man that can be able to carry the load of this country and it will not break him down. And that man can only be Mr. Peter Obi right now. Any other thing that anybody was talking about is absolute rubbish in terms of development of this country from 2023 going forward. Thank you for watching this video. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.